from our 7 Tasmania studios. Your nightly news with Louise Hubar begins now.
A cost of living boost has landed in Tasmanian letterboxes, with some households receiving $60 off their power bills. But questions are growing over the future of a key part of hydro amid fears of creeping privatisation.
And that's a Chinese cabbage, actually.
Nicole has lived in her home for more than 40 years. Like many Tasmanians, she's turned to growing her own fruit and vegetables to save some cash.
Well, it is hard because groceries and everything are getting so expensive too.
Also doing what she can to save on power bills.
Often you put like a thick cardigan on or something so you don't have to use that much power.
So she was pleasantly surprised to see $60 knocked off her latest instalment. It's part of the government's renewable energy dividend scheme, made possible by Hydro's more than $90 million profit.
That will provide welcome relief in a challenging cost of living times.
Hydro remains off limits in the government's broader push to privatise public assets, but questions are now being raised about the future of Intura, a commercial consulting arm listed as part of Hydro on its website.
We're looking at Intura and all entities around our GBEs.
It's just a shocking outcome that this has even been looked at.
The union wants answers and fears privatising any part of Hydro's operations could see more Tasmanians hit with hip pocket pain in the long run.
I mean that the Hydro assets are going to be at risk and it's going to cost more to ensure that they're maintained. It's going to see a hollowing out of the workforce.
This is so obviously a dumb idea, I don't know why they're considering it.
While the opposition accuses the government of breaking its promise.
By selling these assets, as Jeremy Rockcliffe is planning to do, he is outsourcing the work to the mainland when it comes to Insurer. He's going to lift prices that people pay through Aurora.
I don't take any notice of what Labor say because they say one thing one day and another thing the next day.
While the future of Hydro's full operations remains far from settled, for Tasmanians like Nicole, for now, the relief is real. Lily Thompson, 7 Tasmania News.
Tasmania's SRT Logistics has been sold to national transport company Lindsay Australia in a deal worth more than $100 million. SRT, which began as a family-run business, will continue to operate under its name as part of the larger group, with no immediate job changes planned for staff. The deal is expected to boost freight access for Tasmanian producers, especially to markets on the mainland. A 55-year-old Tasmanian woman who stabbed her partner to death 3 years ago won't learn her fate until at least next month. Annette Louise Ruth Hancock was last year found guilty of murdering her partner of 3 years, 51-year-old Benjamin Harris. She fatally stabbed him with a kitchen knife inside a Hobart social housing complex on Harrington Street in March 2022. Today's sentencing hearing was adjourned. She'll face court again in June. 14 representatives from across Asia have touched down in Tasmania, set to spend the next 3 days sampling ocean delicacies to buy and sell back home. From oysters to abalone, sellers put on a show for the delegates today, hoping to continue our strong ties with the seafood international market.
A sweet, candy-like delicacy. The catch? It's been harvested from the ocean.
Phenomenon that happens with abalone when you dry it in the sun. So what happens is it starts getting this sugar, intense sugar with it at the centre.
80% of this dried abalone will be sent to mainland China. The other 20 spread across other parts of Asia and our domestic market. The larger top-end product going for about $10,000 a kilo.
Flavour is a lot more stronger, the abalone flavour. So the small one is not that tender. The bigger ones are more tender.
14 seafood buyers from Japan, China, Singapore and Vietnam touching down in Tasmania, part of their quest for seafood to sell back home.
We are not just bringing Tasmania to the world, but bring the world to Tasmania.
Tasmania's seafood market accounting for nearly half of our food and beverage exports, valued at $440 million.
In China, there's many, I think, more and more rich people. Well, want to try good quality abalone.
Now, if candied abalone isn't your thing, I've been assured the best way to eat it is freshly caught and straight off the grill. Thanks, James. Delicious. Tassie's reputation for quality seafood continuing to make its mark on the world stage. Oysters, salmon and roe among some of the seafood set to be sampled over coming days.
I don't think we ever say we're Australian abalone, we say we're Tasmanian abalone.
Ruby Cairns, 7 Tasmania News.
Amid climbing rates of youth crime, members of Tasmania Police are out in force connecting with community. The Cuppa with a Cop initiative aiming to provide a space for communities to voice their concerns, helping to curb the growing issue.
From home invasions, department store disturbances and brazen Bodlow heists, in recent weeks Tasmania Police has been grappling with a rise in youth crime, working with local councils to bolster law enforcement.
Doing a lot of proactive policing and being responsive to the incidents and intelligence that we're aware of. So for us it's about responding to things that are happening and things that we think might happen.
We've increased visibility and presence in and around the known hotspots.
Police expanding their reach using a grassroots approach. Their Cuppa with a Cop initiative is aimed at strengthening relationships between the community and local police.
It's an engagement tool. It's a way of flagging to the community, hi, we're here. Talk to us about your issues. Tell us what's going on in your community.
Neighbourhood watchdogs also out in force, helping keep police informed.
Neighbourhood watch these days is like a mediator. So we're in between and we're actually advising people. If they do see something, don't just chat about it.
Police say the community approach is one of many steps it's using to help divert young people away from brushes with the law.
We're here to be involved, but we have to work within the legislation that we've got for us already.
Building trust in the community, one coffee at a time. Rebecca Gadaneris at 7 Tasmania News.
A pedestrian has been transported to Royal Hobart Hospital after being struck by a vehicle this afternoon on Sandy Bay Road. The incident occurred between York and Earl Streets around 4:30. Police say the pedestrian's injuries are believed to be non-life-threatening. An important milestone has been reached with the official opening of the new Sprayton Pathway in the state's northwest. The facility welcomed as a significant community asset, enhancing local connectivity and recreation.
10 years in the making and officially opening today. The 2.6 kilometres of sealed pathway between Horsehead Creek and Maidstone Park, the latest piece in the puzzle connecting Sprayton with Devonport City Centre.
This project isn't just about history, it's about bringing our community together.
The Sprayton Connector considered a key part of Devonport City Council's plan to promote active lifestyles in the community and celebrate the region's past.
This initiative, part of the Devonport Regional Pathway Network and the Cradle Coast Shared Pathway Network, strengthens the region's accessibility and livability for both residents and visitors.
Along the way, historical images and other fascinating information accessible through QR codes. Much of the historical material, a labour of love from the local Lions Club.
The Lions Club have been 200% behind it and we're very pleased we are.
The $1.2 million pathway suitable for a range of activities from walking, riding and running to pushing a pram. The trail connecting to others in the area and the work to provide more options far from done, including a connection from Devonport to Port Sorell.
Obviously we have the connection from East Devonport area through to Latrobe. Well, we've also got this side of Sprayton through to Latrobe that we'd love to do too at some stage.
Matthew Watson, 7 Tasmania News.
A search is underway to find the home of a runaway piglet after it was picked up wandering next to a road north of Launceston. Time is running out for the 3-week-old, which is now being housed temporarily by the local council.
A hog in search of a home.
It's just a lovely little pig.
Found wandering roadside at Windermere on Saturday.
They can roam a fair way, in a day or two.
This farmyard fugitive is now in the custody of Launceston City Council until her owner can be found.
If anybody can help out, even if they got an idea where it may have come from.
Treated for fleas and ticks after her rescue, Miss Piggy has settled into her new living quarters and has become quite the sociable swine.
Starting to get attached
to people when they come and feed it. It comes over to its food.
So now she's in really good condition. She's eating well, drinking well.
But it's only temporary. After 2 weeks, she'll be returned to her home, if it can be found, or placed at an appropriate property.
Yeah, it's not the sort of thing that you can just have in the normal backyard. Okay, it needs proper ground and to be very secure.
While Miss Piggy's bacon is safe from the abattoir, as several members of the public have shown interest in giving this porcine princess a home, authorities would rather her owner came forward.
That's our main priority at the moment, is to make sure we can get this little piglet home to the rest of them and where it belongs.
We just want to know that it'll be going to a place where it's going to be cared for and not just slaughtered.
Anybody who knows anything about Miss Piggy or where she may be from is urged to call 6323 3000. Tom Crosby, 7 Tasmania News.
The ups and downs of a high school romance will play out on stage as a cast of 62 Launceston grammar students perform their rendition of Grease the musical. The leads have wasted no time embracing the complexities of their characters.
Tell me more, could you give me your friend?
It's just really fun to play. He's a bit silly, he's a bit cool, but he's a bit sensitive. It's interesting to learn how to play him.
I have to try a little bit harder to get into the role because Sandy's kind of shy, but I would say I'm a pretty out there kind of person.
The show opens tomorrow night and runs until Saturday.
There are 2 undefeated sides in the NWFL so far, but there will only be one after this weekend when ladder leaders Devonport and Ulverston finally face off on the Demons' home pitch.
I definitely think we can be up there and match them. We're playing with a bit of confidence. We're in good form, so there's no reason why we can't.
The Devonport women have a rosy outlook after their second loss, managing to keep undefeated Wynyard to just 5 goals.
I think without the positive mindset that we did have, we probably wouldn't have kept the score down so low. So we'll continue that this week.
Cameron Green's staggered return from back surgery has Snugs Bo Webster firming as a likely member of the final 11 for the World Test Championship final and Caribbean Tour.
I think that'll become clearer once we get to the UK and probably get eyes on particularly those fast bowlers that have been playing in India. Obviously a couple more weeks prep here but certainly from the opportunities that he's had so far, Bo's been really impressive.
Matt Kunterman is the other Tassie Tiger named in the 16-man squad. Australian selectors are toying with the idea of using Marnus Labuschagne as an opener at Lords, a move that would likely see Sam Constas miss out. The Tigers have picked up 17-year-old Sarah Kennedy for their WNCL campaign next season, making her WBBL debut at just 16 for the Melbourne Renegades. Left-arm quick has best figures of 2 for 20 from her 11 Big Bash appearances. Kennedy is the second female Tigers signing of the off-season so far.
Good evening. Hobart, St Helens, Friendly Beaches and King Island our top today with 18 degrees, 16 the high in Launceston and Burnie. Devonport got to 15. Lyawini hit -4 in the early hours of the morning, eventually topping out at 12. Flinders Island and Bushy Park 17, Lowhead and Grove 16, Smithton 15 and Strawn a high of 14 today. Extensive low cloud found its way over the west, scattered cloud elsewhere, but no significant rain to report during the day. Low cloud is over inland New South Wales and Queensland, a patch or two over southern Northern Territory and southern WA. Tomorrow, a high over Western Australia extends a ridge well over the nation. However, a cold front will cross our shores. That should bring about a shift in the winds, and that will happen in the afternoon as the west to northwesterlies 10 west southwesterly at 15 to 25 knots and to 30 knots over southern waters. And with that, we have a strong wind warning. That's for waters between Tasman Island and Sandy Cape. 17 and a possible morning shower for Hobart. Showers easing from Geeveston, 15 the top and 15 also for Bothwell. Launceston a high of 19 with a shower clearing, partly cloudy for Devonport. Possible shower for Cressy, 18 the maximum. Burnie tomorrow 17 and partly cloudy. Showers easing from Strawn, 15 the high and 18 the top for Curry with a shower there on King Island. But fairly sunny for St Helens, 19 the maximum, 19 as well for Swansea, partly cloudy for Orford, 18 the top. On Thursday, showers over the west, far south and Bass Strait Islands, patchy fog in the north. A few showers in the south and west on Friday along with the islands, otherwise fine. Snow to 700 metres on Saturday with a shower over the west, south and possibly the northeast. Sunny and 25 in Perth Perth tomorrow, partly cloudy in Adelaide, a late shower for Melbourne, partly cloudy weather for Canberra and Sydney, a shower and 25 in Brisbane. Cool and fine at the moment, clear in Hobart, it's 12, currently 10 degrees in Launceston, and right now in Devonport it's 13. Many parts of the state, Louise, are screaming out for a bit of rainfall, and even though we've got a cold front coming through tomorrow, I don't think we'll get many heavy falls out of that.
Hopefully we will soon. Thank you for that, Murph. That's all your news for now. I will be back later on with updates. Thank you for joining us tonight. Good night.